Hello. Yeah, so this is just gonna be my rehearsing video for day 201 today. So I'm just gonna be rehearsing for my video. I'm just gonna be rehearsing for my video, okay? Because I think like I need to improve my pronunciation and also speak slower. I think, and also decrease the filler words, right? So like saying, like right and something like and blah 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 because I think that's such a problem. Okay. Also, I need to improve my pronunciation and speak slower. So even if my viewers, right, you guys, my audience, you are not, watching the subtitle, reading the subtitle, you guys can still comprehend what am I trying to say. So okay, so let's begin to the rehearsal. So when we are trying to be consistent at doing something, people keep on saying us, people keep on telling to us that well, it's about mindset, right? It's about how you think about, like how you should behave, how you should take action, right? So people keep on telling us that the thing that the most important thing here is that how you perceive one thing is right? How you perceive, how you should be consistent on a daily basis and so on and so on. Well, I'm not disagreeing with this kind of, I'm not disagreeing with this kind of perspective, but the problem that I see here is that most of us we don't necessarily know how to cultivate the right mindset because like some of you guys might be reading this one quote, right? Maybe like some motivational quote or some quote about consistency, some quote about discipline, and you guys might think like, wow, yeah, this is the right mindset. Maybe let's just say the quote is rely on discipline, not motivation, something like that, right? Basically, a narrative that glorifies discipline over just doing the thing when we are motivated, okay? So basically, I think that's the right quote. I think that's the right mindset, right? But the problem here, how do we actually cultivate? How do we actually embody this kind of mindset? Because notice that if we only, let's say, encounter this quote on our Instagram or on TikTok, the thing that is going to happen here, most likely, is that we're gonna just like scroll that thing, right? Watch that thing, read that thing, kind of things like, oh yeah, I agree with this. And then like we continue go back on scrolling and basically not implementing the mindset at all. Okay. So basically, I think that not only that we need to, have the right mindset, shift our mindset from, like the mindset that only relies on motivation, doing the thing when we only feel like doing it, into the right mindset, right? Whatever the right mindset is on being consistent, like, rely on discipline, rely on system, do it even when we feel don't like it, and so on and so on. Um, Wait. Like I think how like we want to have a shift, right? And when we are talking about creating a shift, we are talking about changing something, right? From this mindset to this mindset, right? We're trying to change something. And how do we actually change this thing? Because notice that the mindset that we've got, right, the beliefs that we've got about consistency, motivation, and stuff is basically just all the experiences is like accumulated from all the experiences and also all the experiences and all the beliefs, all the actions that we've taken in the past, on the past, right? And here's the thing: when we are trying to change this thing, trying to change how we perceive consistency, how we perceive doing positive things, how we perceive doing productive things, we need to consistently remind ourselves about that mindset, That's one thing. Firstly, we need to remind ourselves about the right mindset, not just just some mindset that we found during our scrolling on TikTok for maybe like 5 seconds, and then we kind of agree for also like 5 seconds, and then we forget about it. We don't want that to happen, right? The once we have the right, like, we once we know theoretically, logically what is the right mindset, not only that we need to agree with it, we also need to cultivate it, okay? And by cultivating it, meaning that we are trying to get this mindset into existence. We are trying to get this mindset, this perspective, and implement it, right? Not only like theoretically believe it, not only theoretically agrees to it, right? So the thing that we need to do here is that not only one, we need to constantly remind ourselves of this thing, but two, we also need to prove to ourselves that we are implementing this mindset on a daily basis, right? So basically, the thing that is going to be that's the thing that is going to happen here is that something like, oh, you know what, I got this one mindset. I think that it's the right mindset. I'm gonna apply it on a daily basis in order to prove that not only that I agree with this mindset, but I'm also shifting the direction of my life into this mindset. Okay. So let's say again, I'm gonna be using the example of, rely on discipline, not motivation. Okay. So not only that we are gonna agree to this mindset, we're gonna remind ourselves of this right mindset on a daily basis. If we don't do this, we are gonna just forget about this mindset, right? Or maybe like we are gonna be reminded of this mindset. We actually remember this mindset. But the problem here is that we don't implement that mindset. Okay, we don't want that to happen. Okay, because uh, not only that we want to agree to this mindset, we also want to prove to ourselves that we are actually implementing this mindset, right? So the second thing that we're going to be doing here is that we are going to constantly, on a daily basis, proving that we actually rely on discipline and not motivation. We prove to ourselves, no matter how we feel today, either we are motivated or not motivated, we still do the thing regardless. Let's say 5 push-ups. Maybe like under certain medical condition, like when we are sick or something, like it's okay to just even it's better to just take some rest, right? But I'm speaking in the context of motivational condition. Okay, so I'm talking regardless whether we are feeling motivated or not today, we are still gonna be doing the push-ups, the 5 push-ups that we say that we're gonna be doing, or maybe like the 5 minutes of Duolingo that we're gonna be saying, right? Maybe it seems like, oh yeah, it's only like 5 minutes, something, but again, the thing that it's not necessarily about the amount that we do, but it's more of, you know, proving to ourselves that we actually implement this kind of mindset, right? So what does the mindset say? The mindset says that, yeah, do the thing regardless how you feel in the context of, are you motivated or not on that particular day, and stuff, right? And um, we are trying to prove to ourselves that yes, we actually uh, sticking to this mindset, right? We're actually sticking to this mindset, regardless. Oh yeah, how do we feel on that particular day? Okay, regardless. Oh yeah, maybe like for the past 30 days, we've been consistently doing this thing, right? And I'm sure on the past 30 days. Well, oh yeah, there's one fever. I just want to say hi. I think, yeah, hi for thank you for watching. This is just gonna be my stream on rehearsing for day 201. So basically, yeah, I just want to rehearse so that my English could improve. I could pronounce things better, pronounce words better, and yeah, also like try to decrease the filler words that I'm saying. Something like, yeah, something like blah blah blah. I want to like decrease those stuff and make my pronunciation more clear. And yeah, again, I want to say thank you for you to join this stream. Yeah, basically I'm just practicing, so I'm sorry if there are some mistakes and stuff. This is basically just me rehearsing for my video. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So when we are talking about being disciplined, being consistent at doing something, we're not only talking about, yeah, the right mindset of stuff. Okay, hello, hello, Lee Krisa. Okay, hello, Lee Krisa. Okay, happy to have you here. Okay, so um again, so when we are talking about consistency, when we are talking about discipline, we are not only talking about the mindset, right? We are talking about cultivating how to actually cultivate the mindset, because like some of us, we might have encountered the right mindset, like maybe whenever we scroll on Instagram and we found this kind of like quote, like, oh yeah, this quote saying, yeah, you should rely on discipline and not motivation and stuff, right? But and we kind of like agree with that kind of perspective for a moment. But the problem here is that we go back scrolling for hours and hours and actually like just forget about that mindset and not implement it, right? So the thing that I'm saying, all right, the thing that I'm saying here is that we've got a problem on cultivating the mindset, cultivating the right mindset regarding discipline, regarding consistency, right? So not only that we need to know about the right mindset, we also need to implement that kind of mindset on a day-to-day basis. Okay, on a day-to-day basis. And this is, you know, I think like there are a lot of people, including myself, right, that is still trying to that is still trying to implement, to cultivate this mindset. Okay, so how do we actually, you know, implement this mindset, right? When we are talking about changing our mindset, changing our perspective on seeing the world, we are talking about, moving from point A to point B. Okay, so there's my this is my point A, where I, like, this is me being my this version of myself. Like sometimes I'm feeling lazy, and like, and that's pretty normal. But the problem here, whenever I feel lazy, I don't do my thing. Okay, we want to shift this I version of me, like this today version of me, into the another version of me. We've got the right mindset, right? The mindset, oh yeah, yeah. I still need to do my thing, even when I don't feel like I'm motivated today. The version of me will do his thing regardless how he feel on that particular day. Okay, so we want to get from point A to point B. Okay, and when we are talking about shifting from point A to point B, we are talking about creating day-to-day, right? Day-to-day action, taking day-to-day action. Okay, so not only that we've got the right mindset, we know the right mindset, we are actually proving to ourselves that we are working towards this mindset. Okay, we are trying to change ourselves to, like, to cultivate this kind of mindset on a day-to-day basis. Now, how to practically actually do the thing? Okay, so the thing that I would recommend is to just, like, pick this one quote that really represents the mindset, right? Maybe like, oh yeah, rely on discipline and not motivation, and then just, write it down on a paper, and maybe like stick it on your your the wall of your bedroom, right? And then you set an alarm, right? An alarm, maybe like every 5 a.m. or 5 p.m., and every single time the alarm rings, it means that you need to be, you need to be reading, right? Reading the paper, reading the quote, meaning like basically the alarm reminds you to read the paper on a daily basis. And then when you got reminded of the paper, of the quote, of the mindset, you basically try to implement that quote on a day-to-day basis. So maybe like the thing that we wanted to be consistent at is doing, like doing some studying, right? Studying some new language on a daily basis. And whenever the alarm rings, right? We read the paper, we read the quote, we are being reminded of the quote, of the mindset, and then we actually do the language learning regardless of whether we are motivated or not on the day, on that particular day, right? So basically, even on the days when we are not motivated, right, we still read the sentence, we still read the quote, And then we are being reminded that we need to still do the thing even when we are not motivated on that particular day, because we want to cultivate discipline, right? So basically, not only that we adopt the right mindset, we also prove to ourselves that yeah, even on the days when I'm not motivated, I still do the thing. I still do the language learning, meaning that I'm implementing the mindset on a day-to-day basis, and not only just like read it without having any real implication, without taking any real action. Okay, so I think that's it for my rehearsal today. Thank you for everyone who's been watching. Bye bye. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much though.